Hey guys, welcome to Ryan's Times Thoughts. Everyday guy, everyday thoughts. Welcome to my podcast. I really appreciate you guys tuning in, watching my podcast. I really appreciate that. You can also catch me on my Twitter account. You can also catch me on my Instagram. I make some great videos, short videos. I think it's fun with my dog and all that. You can catch me on YouTube. Yes, I promise I'll be uploading more videos as well. So you can catch me on Twitter, Instagram, and of course SoundCloud. All sorts of areas you can catch my podcast. But hey, thank you again for tuning into Ryan's Times Thoughts. I really appreciate that. Hey, it's only right that we talk about the N.B.A. because it's still the N.B.A. championship's going. Yes, I promise we don't talk about it probably in a week or two, talk about getting ready, prepare for the NFL. I will have some great people talk about their teams, their favorite teams. I already lined up talking to a Kansas City fan, a 49ers fan, Las Vegas Raiders, Denver Broncos, and of course a Green Bay avid fan who has a lot of history about the Green Bay Packers and pretty much almost a lot of other sports. And of course I'm a Steelers fan, so I will talk about how my Steelers will do without Big Ben. I think we will do better. But hey, let's really focus on the N.B.A. And I always say before we jump into that, we always need to get our thoughts, get our shaking, get our mood in there. So let's go ahead and hit it up. Yeah, let's just get the cobwebs out. Let's get our thought process. That's right. We're talking about the championship of the N.B.A. It's going to be great. It's tied up right now. It's awesome. It's tied up 2-2. Both of them stole a home court advantage. Each of them stole a game from each other. So really it's pretty even. So it's pretty tight. Game 5. Really excited about it. Who will do successful? Who will the Warriors hold their home court now, or will they give it up? And I really think if they give it up, it's over. The pressure I think is more on the Warriors. They have to win this game because if they want to take it, they need to show Boston and not keep them alive. But hey, that's another thing. But let's have some fun. Let's talk about some fun facts. And I thought you guys get amused before I talk about the fun facts. I did happen to catch a Warriors fan. And he must be new. Must not know a lot about basketball, because I think all you guys will laugh as well. He actually compared the Warriors with the New England Patriots. I'm saying that the Warriors are dominating the NBA right now, that everybody wants to call fouls, to make the referees call fouls early to make it go Game 7, because the Warriors are the powerhouse team right now. They're dominating. And then he would compare the New England Patriots. That's why the football, everybody hated the New England Patriots. But let's really get some facts. And I had to laugh about it. You forget, New England Patriots in 2000, they won they appeared in the playoffs 17 times. In the year 2000, 17 times. And remember, the Warriors' appearance, this is their 6th time in the 2000 to make it into the NBA championship. I mean, that's pretty impressive. I'm not taking that away from them. Pretty impressive. This is the 6th one. The 3-1-3 lost 2, so they're 3-5. I give it that. That's awesome. Can't take that away from the Warrior fans, but don't compare them to the New England Patriots. Not right. 17 appearances in the NBA, the NFL playoffs to the Warriors 6. I didn't know. I didn't know what he was thinking, but it was sure fun telling him, like, wow, if you call that dominating, then you must have forgot the Celtics in 1960 to 1969, that they appeared and only lost one NBA championship. They appeared 1960 to 1969. They were in every single NBA championship, and they only lost one. So I call that dominating. Or even let's just go back to the Chicago Bulls. Remember, they showed up 6 times, right? They won 3 in a row. Then Jordan took a year off, and then came back and they won another 3. So they were 100% when Jordan was there. 100%. The Warriors, we're not 100%. But hey, I give them respect. They're there. They're there. Can't take that away from them, I promise you. But I tell you one thing, if that guy saw him in person, he said that again, I might have to. And hopefully I don't do it in his face, but I probably would. I mean, come on, man. Come on. Please. Please. Maybe he's young, and that all he saw was the Warriors winning now. I give him that. But please, get your facts straight on that part. But, hey, that's another story. But while we're on there, who has the highest percentage wins in the N.B.A. championship? You guessed it. It is Boston. Boston has the most percentage win of NBA championships. They do. I mean, they do. It's like 800 and... what was it? I think it was 800 and something. 810%. So really, they showed up 17 times wins, lost 4 times. So appearance 22 times, my math might be off, 21 times or 22, but they have an 810%. I mean, that's not bad. 21 appearance, 810%. That's not bad. So, pretty fun. The Warriors, this is their 6th time, right? They won 5. I mean, 8 wins, all that. They appeared, right, a total of 14 times in the NBA championship, 14 times, right? And they have a 540% thing. Last time, it's kind of weird. I was looking back. Last time the Warriors played Boston in the NBA championship, dude, that's when it was Boston Celtics versus San Francisco Golden State Warriors, 1964. That's the last time these two teams met in the NBA championship, 1964, and Boston won. But isn't that crazy? Just bizarre. But hey, like I said, what will happen? Who will win? And so forth. I mean, we have a lot of worries, a lot of people. This is really game 5. It's scary for the Warriors. The Warriors have to pull it off. The Warriors have to pull it off, or it might be over. So who really has the pressure? The Warriors. The Warriors have the pressure to, they need to pull this off. They do. They need to. If the Warriors fan don't think they need to win this game, they do. If they don't, they are cuckoo. So if you're a true Warriors fan, you should be a little nervous about this game 5. If you're not, you're definitely... So it's very important there. But let's just take a little break for a second, give you guys gather what I gave you, a lot of percentages and all that, and we will talk a little more inside. But other than that, let's relax for a little while. So welcome back. So let's talk some fun things if you guys didn't know. So before game 4, the Warriors did win, but they didn't really dominate it as everybody thought. Really, from 3 games, Boston Celtics dominated in points, rebounds, assists, blocks, field goal percentage, and 3-point percentage. If you do all the numbers, add it all up, Boston was on top of all of that. So yes, the Warriors won, right? And when they won game 4, but really, they need to control the rebounds. They need to control the assists and blocks. Boston, remember, had a lot of turnovers, guys, last game. I mean, I was watching it. They were throwing passes. I'm going like, dude, my grandmother probably could throw better than that. I mean, telegraphing passes. Everybody lives and dies about the three they did. I think their defense was not as good as before. They weren't stepping up, stepping back when they set that high pick for Curry, and then stepping forward right away so they could step away from the high pick. They lost that. They did that good in the first game. They picked it up in the third game, but hey, that was a I think that's what went on, and they were just terrible on the threes, live and die, and so forth. So hey, who knows what'll happen? But I always think, great players, people give people a hard time, but they're still talking about LeBron James, how bad he is, and so forth. But I'm pretty impressed at a couple things, right? He still has his high school sweetheart. Yep, he has his high school sweetheart. He skipped college. His mom was a single mom, moved a lot, place to place as a child, but he never got in trouble. To this day, I think he has the tightest circle around him, same people, and if you really think about it, he's been in the league a long time right now, and you haven't heard outside of the NBA anything crazy he's done. Yes, he's at the top, being the youngest person, being a billionaire, but I love talking about when people talk trash about him. Remember, in 2021, he promised free tuition, free uniforms, free bicycle and helmets, free transportation within 2 miles of the school that he founded, food for families, GED and job placements for service for parents, and guaranteed tuition for anybody to go to the university, this one particular university. But I just want to throw that out. Last time I talked about LeBron James, the rest of the playoffs, I will try. But remember, don't give a guy a hard time if he's doing good outside of the NBA too. But let's talk about one thing that NBA, if you guys didn't know, I think the NBA has little skeletons that people maybe not aware of what's going on. They do. The skeleton is, if you didn't know, there was a league, some of you guys are young, that there was a league called N.B.A. Basketball League. It was around until 1976. It merged with the N.B.A. Not all the teams out of 11 made it to the NBA. It was only 4 teams, right? That got into the NBA. You have the Pacers, the Nuggets, New York Nets, and San Antonio Spurs, right? But the rest of the teams were out. At the same time, when they merged, what happened is the NBA pension, ABA and NBA gets a pension. If you guys didn't know, it's just like a retirement fund. It's kind of interesting how it's set up. NBA players' pension started in 1965. Only at the time they played they had needed to play 3 years, and it was small. From pre-1965, it was only $300 to $400 per year, right? Doesn't seem a lot these days, right? If you do the numbers right. But remember when the NBA took the ABA players, when it went out and they merged with the NBA, their pension went away. Their pension went away as well. So all those people, all those players that played in 1965 and pre had no pension to this day. NBA talked about it, talked about the merging ABA players. Some only play a couple years, but they promised there's only around 138 players left that are now 60 and above, right? And they still have not got their pension. I mean, seriously, their pension only would have been $400 a month each season played. That's not a lot. That if the NBA picked that up, it's only $35 million. And you say, only? Dude, the NBA spends more money on advertisement and then they could have picked up the pension for those players to play 19 and young, percentage down. I mean, only $400 a month. Come on, 35 million. So those guys are still waiting for it. The NBA is still talking about it. By the time they're doing, a lot of the players are dying right now. So NBA has a little skeleton. I mean, I'm not happy about what they're doing with the ABA players. I'm not. I have to tell them, come on, 35 million. You spent more money on advertisement. You can't take care of the ABA pensions of the players right now. Only 138 of them. You can't do that. You can't step up. Sad. I gotta say that's sad. Like I said, boo on you, NBA. Boo on you. I mean, NBA pensions, if you don't know what the NBA players receive, right? At age 62 right now, as age 62, they could really get up to $56,000 and $98 annually. Someone who only played 3 years in the NBA, right? They could get that early, be a smaller amount but throughout because a longer period of time. But average 3 years, could have got $56,988, right? Based on years. Right now, players play more than 10 years or more. Dude, their pension is $215,000 annually. $215,000. And you know the crazy thing, how they add the years? I looked this up. They only have to be on the roster. They could be on the disability. They could be on play. They just have to be on the roster one game to count that as a year. One game. They could be on disability, as long as they're on the contract, and they only had to be on the contract for one game to count years served. One game, you get a year of service. And if you get more than 10 years, $215,000. Isn't that crazy? I mean, and the NBA cannot pick up the ABA, the players that are probably only 138. I mean, you shout out to the NBA. Can you do that? The ABA players are still waiting. They're hearing nothing right now, and they probably die before they get those pensions, if they ever do. So like I said, I'm really disappointed in the NBA, but I'm not disappointed about the playoffs. I'm still going with the Boston Celtics. I know I'm in the Bay Area. I'm going with the Boston Celtics. They don't pull it off. Win it in 6. I'm calling it. Win it in 6. I could be wrong. I know Stephen Curry is having a great NBA playoffs. Hopefully, if they do win the championship, maybe he gets his first MVP NBA championship. That would be great. But I'm telling you, I'm still going with the Celtics. I know, hate me. I'm in the Bay Area, but going with the Celtics. But you know what? We will find out. I will own up to it. I will tell you and take ownership, own up for my arrogance of saying the Celtics won't win in 6. But I think they are. But you guys, I want to thank you again for letting me have the opportunity to hang out with you. Keep on having fun. Keep on smiling. This is Thomas, Rhymes Times, talking through SoundCloud, Instagram, YouTube, Twitter. If you chat me on YouTube, make sure you do subscribe and likes. If you're on Instagram, have some of my great videos, all that, and catch me on Twitter. But I want to thank you guys for letting me have the opportunity to have another fun time with a quick podcast on, yes, the Celtics will win the NBA championship.